There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever, never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. Yes, it is. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. All right. Nothing down to fuck all borough. Great choice, Elder One. It has always been like this, and it always will. The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the... Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering.
You can take it. You're a champion.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself, or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. The lights are off. The blades come squeaking to a halt. You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pen. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Hello.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Because you're a police officer, sir. I'm not, unless you've been shitting us all this time. You've been here for 3 days on official police. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. Could it be because of the drinking? Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself.
A fondness for contradictory statements. Extraordinary. Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eye.
Goodbye.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast oceanic soul, utterly, and it through a PA system by other people. You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry. Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though. In his late 20s, stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. Looks like ripped off the shield that was used.
Look, your buddy is over there.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the corpse. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body is
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. See, you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our number one. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General. Internal affairs, and I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation. Yes. They are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to... Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down. We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket has
After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops...
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Fantastic.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who... As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From...
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep...
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said...
I didn't imply that. Detective, I have everything. You?
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would? She went away because none of your business. Extra fine. Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one.
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like.
No, don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
No, you don't owe me street cred. You owe me money.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
From the bottom of your blue soul, a term emerges.
But it's not inane. I just...
It is cruel of you. A man has been killed. File a request for compensation with Station 41. We need to work now.
Okay, you'll only have to pay for the window. And the drinks. That's 70. I'll get the rest from your stupid station. Don't thank me. You still owe me 70. If you don't have it by tonight, I'm not letting you...
That's enough now, sir.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You don't really know, do you? A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment.
death? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know. Do you want me to brief you? There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't, 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was... During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. Is that enough of a secret for you?
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a workers after decades unchallenged? The lieutenant is caught off guard by your brazen provocation, but his counter comes fast and hard. This could get ugly.
Strike, coup, revolution. It's brigandage.
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
Взяла что за докера. Все равно не ясно. все понятно. Так.
When I said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean we have any say in them. I meant we should be careful. If we are not...
From an imaginary fan.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller. During that time, the victim had been... Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about Good?
No response. He just arches his brow. A moment passes.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of...
He's glad to have shut down your question.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then. No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it. If the lieutenant were an evil man, fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM. He'll only use his powers for the lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you...
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather new. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. But this isn't an old school case.
So what? That makes you the new school? For real detective work, nothing beats a good note.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumb. That's where his conversations, we all have our different mediums. His is written.
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? Detective, if I may be frank, you seem to be in a deranged state. You have trouble remembering things. You've misplaced your badge. I cannot let you act in the name of the RCM without supervision until you've regained control of your faculties.
Меня зависла игра. Как это перевести? Да. Красавица. Надо чаще сохранять.
There is never an inordinate amount of time for. Yes, you got it, sweet brother. Coming right up, sir. All right, nothing town to Great choice, Elder One. Look,
You can take it. You're a champion.
The stench of liquor rises from your a fiery.
You hear a jingle. It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a This fan has two or Has it been consigned there as punishment? You reach out to grab the tie. But what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest. This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your for quite a long time. Still ongoing. Finally, the pressure recedes. You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move. Hoping the blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be you swoop up and catch the tie. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. The lights are off. A mirror hangs up. Hot water sprays from. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft. Really, or recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, as you slowly abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you. The window stands broken in its frame. The shards face outward. A fine web of more likely a projectile than it is too like the green. Congratulations. You smell the cool wind. There they both are, like two baby crook. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like their own.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lip.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Because you're a police officer, sir. Okay, cool.
She means it. She wouldn't defy authority, however sweaty and bloated it may look.
First, I have to ask, are you okay, sir?
She's right. Something wants to come out through your mouth, right in front of her, right here.
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking. I can see that. Could it be because of the drinking? Don't be so harsh on yourself.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself. Retreat is not a winning tactic.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
She looks back at you.
Goodbye.
door is closed. This door can only be opened with a... There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the door is indifferent. Still no answer. The door is closed. Still nothing. You should totally sing karaoke here, utterly, through a PA system, by other people. You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it serves them right. What? You have to find something tragic to sing first, though. A man in his late that was disdain in his eyes.
Oh no, you're a hero.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder? Oh, it's not. You're right.
He has no respect for you personally, but this man sees himself as a law-abiding citizen. And you represent a competent worker. Looks like something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. She just, you know.
There's something there, and it's not good. That's all you know for now. On the counter, rolled out. The man does not mind.
You've just picked up some magnesium.
A bespectacled man as you if an assault were launched on this.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize this is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Yet concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Okay. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? So,
this is the first time
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we all feel that way sometimes.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket.
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have internal affairs, and I'm not them. Yes, they're not just. I would ask you to step into the... You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a... I can see you drank. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. Talk to the manager. Then we go out back. After you.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
The man with the
Mr. Guard.
Yes?
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
Are you kidding me? It's you. It's obviously you.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting.
Sir, I understand your concern.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the...
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took...
No, I only just got here.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact...
You said you just got...
What, of Martinez?
But you still know your way...
Yes, I know.
I didn't imply that. Detective, I have everything. You?
Yes, he means behind this building there's a court. That's easy.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied...
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's...
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook. He's been...
She went away because none of your business. Oh my God, what is your
Maybe it's he who's obsessed with this Sylvie person.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not... What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Let's go.
Not so fast.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied...
Let's bail! Time to push the eject...
No, don't listen to him. It's madness. Just...
Oh, excuse...
The IIR, or Inter Isole...
No, you...
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 for survival, to pay. If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. I'm not an asshole. Are you serious? From your work? I don't know.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant...
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what do you want me to brief. 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been a security guard. They didn't identify. There's a strong prejudice against involved. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. That's right. No, it's not a particularly mysterious... The deceased is a security guard for a corporate... I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not? No, something isn't happening.
So desperately mundane. There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him.
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again? 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been stripped. Okay then. Well, I'm afraid you and I are...
His disdain is clear.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the... Good.
What if you did it? Yes, you killed him. And then, as maybe this is why your chest feels so hollow. Are you sure you would have the strength to take down a hardened mercenary? You're not in the best shape.
has led you to this conclusion? Well, we've yet to find any real evidence pointing to you in this. I find that highly unlikely. It's not unusual for detectives to feel complicit in a crime until the perpetrator is apprehended, especially when the investigation is dragging.
No response.
Have you tried concentrating on something?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenant.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles. Fine. We should get through this day first. Hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer. Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's correct.
you feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this. But
Are they?
you could use a good, normal peer yourself.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father... It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical... You're barking at...
He's glad to have shut down your question.
No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. The eyebrow is exercised.
Something the matter?
This guy's got nothing. You better hope he... The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control.
What do you mean? I have no idea.
The lieutenant's concept. The lieutenant is a police officer, but this isn't an old...
So what? For real detective work?
The lieutenant produces his... That's where we all have our different mediums. His...
Good. Let's change the subject. What do you want to know? Good. Excuse me? Detective.
Oh, so you're an unaccountable wreck who has to be supervised. You don't have to take this display of authority. You can disobey.
Some you time? This is a police investigation, not a journey of self-discovery.
A moment passes. The lieutenant...
Yes? Excuse me? Detective.
Oh, so you're an...
That's good. Except that I do, detective. Some you time? Please do. Excuse me? Frankly, detective, you're in a deranged...
The lieutenant thinks you're some unaccountable...
Some you time? Please do. We wouldn't want your regiment to spill over into the investigation.
The man with the...
Mr.
Yes?
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation.
Fantastic.
Right.
No,
Do you have her number?
as a matter of...
You said you just...
What, of Martinet?
But you still know you...
Yes, I know.
I didn't imply that. Detective. I have everything. You? The body was
Behind this building.
And how...
See that door there?
Are you supposed to...
Let's go.
Not so far.
No one is...
Let's bail! Time to push the edge.
No, don't listen to him. It's madness.
Oh,
The IIR...
no, you
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
can't arrest me. I haven't done anything.
The words leave your mouth as if walking up the stairs. Everything is going fine until you reach the end and take...
Oh, so apparently I'm a bitch now.
Sir, Lishinyo.
The words nail the cafeteria manager to his place. Unmoving, he
Officer, you need to contact your station. Ask your people for a seat.
I'm sorry, but I can't let him stay here if he doesn't pay. He's 3 days on the slip. If he doesn't have the money by tonight...
Okay.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? But you've been at this, you don't really know, do you? A vague, blackened, you can try.
Can I help you? What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types.
He hates the union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men.
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. Fine, okay, the kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache. But dear, you're not for me.
In another time and place, she might have flirted back.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but...
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can assure you with absolute certainty.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. Thank you, but Martinez, perhaps another time. Yes, dear.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like...
No problem.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspired.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
Oh my. You know where we are, right? Now. We are live in a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, and the Whirling itself is in the city of Revachol. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is... I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says, speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Oh, sweetie. It's really not. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own, and certainly...
But they still have cops.
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops, but we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago. It has something to do with it.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
You didn't do too well, dear. You really only knew what year it is.
A sigh. The lieutenant.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs.
She means this sincerely.
Someone more educated in
No, I'm not an encyclopedia.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you... Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about you.
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth. Try to force a tear out of your duct. Really rip into the whole emotional aggression thing.
Officer, get a hold of yourself, please.
Sweetie, I'm sorry, but I think you need more help than I can give you.
You must be joking.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent...
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I can... Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation.
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Of course, dear. Good luck with... Hello again, sweetie. Yes, often.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say. She nods, but still looks worried.
You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria? Yes, indeed. We are in the Yes, and... Revachol? How would I even... I haven't... Speaking of history, you know what year it is. Yes? Perhaps, dear.
She is perturbed by your not knowing what year it is. But the lieutenant studies you. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are... Precisely, sweetie. Revachol is... It is quite disappointing. Oh, dear. But we...
She's scared now.
Someone more...
No.
Of course.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The vapor emanates from the lock. This must be the infernal machine, that toy from oblivion. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is...
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Kuno's got this!
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite.
Oh yeah! Napa Gumpy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Love it in the dick!
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body. The kid is obviously high.
Fuck that! Kuno!
They pay you no heed, or
Shit.
The rake! You should throw...
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt, just take it easy.
The fuck are you?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment. Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got. Shitload pig.
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno! Pig's choking! He's totally choking!
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do,
you have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice. Probably climb. You heard Kuno? I don't know. Mesk or...
There is no Night City and...
Why you gotta be riding? You wanna know where Kuno was?
Don't tell him that, Kuno!
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building.
Lame!
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
You're testing...
Get lost,
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know?
The lieutenant takes a quick...
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Dunno. Kiptas Gardner used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much.
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her.
Look at that. Fuck does
The lieutenant...
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb...
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? You're testing Kuno.
Get lost,
Kuno's Kuno, pig? The fuck are you calling a thing?
He looks slightly confused, but proud. He came...
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help! Help! He's...
Escalate, Kuno!
Pig's in aim, Kuno! Somebody, please! Help! Mister...
He's having the time of his life.
He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genital... Look... I know you wanted to hit me. You got that... I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look. That Kuno's dad gets. The murder look. The rage look. I know what you thought. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. You're nothing! You're a joke to Kuno!
The whole charade was about establishing dominance over you.
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch! You're gonna be...
No, you're not. We can just...
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper! You don't know where I come from! You just...
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your questions.
Click, 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 click!
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S. Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno, all in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win your...
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about!
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
She's not fucked up. Everyone...
Wrong move. But he's whispering still. You haven't lost him. Just don't mess up again. Or
It's okay. The pig's trying to...
That's it. You let him off the line. That was a bad...
Try to fuck my Kuno! Try to fuck my Kuno away! Me and Kuno are tight. We ride for life.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
No! You told him about it.
The city's not fucking... And fuck you.
Explain himself. As if explaining some kind of work. Some kind of avant-garde work way ahead of its time. You must get to the bottom of this one of these days. Sadly, it's unlikely to happen today.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give it. Kuno doesn't... Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't...
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for it.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody.
You can still see the top of her hat.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. I come from the woods. Good.
Don't be traumatized.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.